Hey guys, what's going on? Nintendo901 here, and I'm bringing you guys a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to kind of have story time with you instead of playing a gameplay commentary, whatever you want to call it, or, you know, doing a Let's Play. I'm going to... Oh, sorry, I had a burp there. I'm going to stray away from the typical thing and do something new just for a little change of pace here. I got the idea for this from one of my friends on YouTube here. He posted a story or a video kind of talking about his first car accident. And it really brought back my very first car accident, which was so stupid, but it was it was fun because it was like the first one ever and it wasn't deadly or anything like that. But it was enough to, you know, give you a jolt. So I'm going to kind of go ahead and tell you guys pretty much how it happened real quick and just share some, you know, share a story that you guys don't know about me, and I'll share it with you. It's just kind of nice to do that every now and then. So let's set the stage here. 15 years old at the time, driving on a permit, still building up my hours so I can get my driver's license. And at the time I was driving a silver Pontiac Grand Prix. I don't remember the year of the car. I think this happened in 2006 or 2007 though. And essentially what I was doing was I was driving with my mom to the airport for to go to my flying lessons. And basically, that's how I was building up my time, because driving to the airport took a half an hour to get there and then a half an hour home, so I'd build an hour every time I did that. So we're driving along one of the main roads that I take there. It's a 4-lane road, so 2 lanes going one direction, 2 lanes going the other direction. And I'm going west, so the road runs east and west. That would be the opposite of each other. So we're going west, and I'm in the left lane going west. So, you know, I'm in the more inner lane. And I'm cruising along at 40 miles per hour, doing the speed limit, just minding my own business. And I start pulling up to a semi-truck that's kind of stopped. He's in the right lane, and he's stopped because there's some traffic building up ahead in his lane. But where he is stopped, he's stopped so that people can actually turn out from in front of him and then either turn into our lane to go west, or they can turn out and cut across our lane to turn, you know, left to go eastbound, so to turn onto our road but go the opposite direction. He's just stopped so that people can actually squeeze between him and whatever vehicle is in front of him, since there's a buildup of traffic. So apparently as I'm approaching this thing, I'm reaching the tail end of the semi in the left lane. He's in the right lane. Out of nowhere, he must have waved on a car that was trying to cut across traffic to go eastbound, so the opposite direction that I was going. And he must have waved them on that it was clear to go, because out of nowhere, I just start seeing this car pulling out real slow from the front of the semi, and they're like perpendicular in my lane. So essentially, if I were to continue driving in my lane, I would end up hitting that car's driver's side. I would impact the driver's side, and we would essentially hit like a T, like the letter T. So this lady is clueless that I'm coming from her left because she's too busy looking to the right for any oncoming traffic, since she's going to turn going the opposite direction of me. And so she has no idea that I'm coming from her left because she's full-blown just looking to the right. My only choice is, because I'm going 40 miles per hour and I have the length of a semi to essentially stop, is that I'm going to hit my brakes, but at the same time I was going to swerve to the left because I had a chance to go kind of across into the other lanes of traffic, going into oncoming traffic, to swerve around her to avoid the impact. So I start doing that as I'm braking, and because she still doesn't realize that I'm coming, she just keeps looking to her right and is turning and starts turning into the opposite lane. And I'm like, what the hell? How does she not see me yet? Well, she keeps going to the point where she ends up actually hitting my my passenger side where my mom is sitting. So she hits our passenger door as well as our front right tire. Completely blows out our tire, implodes the door into my mom, and we hit. And it's about a 30 mile per hour collision. I was going about 30 at the time. She was probably accelerating to like 10 or 15. But she totaled my car, needless to say. So we hit. It feels like a big bumper car collision, and right before it happens, I'm like, we're going in! Literally, I said that, because everything seemed in slow motion for me. And we hit, and we just get bounced around. My mom gets a little burn on her elbow from, like, it's like a carpet burn, essentially, but it's just from her elbow rubbing across the center console real quick from the jolt, because she was kind of bracing for the impact. And she gets on her phone, calls 911, and is like freaking out over this. And it's not even that bad of an accident. I mean, my car doesn't work anymore, but it's not that bad of an accident to the point where we're like injured. And she's freaking out, calling 911, and she's like, they're asking for her cell phone number so they can get a hold of her if they need to. And she's giving them my sister's cell phone number because she's so shaken up and like hyperactive over this that she can't even think straight. So I had to rip the phone out of her hands to talk to the police and everything. And the lady that hit us, instead of leaving her car where, you know, where the accident happened like you're supposed to, so when the police get there they can easily, you know, piece out what happened, she pulls it into a parking lot. And my mom's like pissed off and she's like, don't get out of the car, you're not supposed to do that stuff, because if she tries to say that it wasn't her fault, you know, they're not going to be able to piece the accident together as well, even though there's tons of witnesses because there's people all around us. And it turns out it was just, you know, she took the blame for it in the end. It wasn't that big of a deal. My car got totaled by insurance, so I had to get a new one. My dad comes and picks us up and is just laughing, shaking his head. My mom's freaking out, and I'm just like, this was not a big deal at all. But it was an accident. It didn't go against me. I didn't get like any penalty. I was on my permit too, so it didn't like affect me getting my driver's license because it wasn't my fault. And essentially I did the right thing. I tried to avoid it the best I could, and it was just unavoidable. It got to the point where it was unavoidable. The police were cool with everything, and the lady that hit us was cool. She was just an older lady, and we didn't have to go to court because she, you know, she didn't try to fight the ticket. She just paid for it, and everything was good. And that was pretty much the story. So that was my first accident. Leave comments on your experience if you guys have ever been in accidents. That's really the only one I've ever been in. I've never been in another one. And thank God, knock on wood, that I haven't been in another one. I'm a real cautious driver, but with that being said, I don't drive like a grandma or a grandpa. You know, I don't drive slow and all that crap. But I'm going to go ahead and call this one quits here so I can edit this thing, get it uploaded for you guys so you can have something different. And hopefully you'll enjoy this. If you do enjoy it, let me know in the comments. That way I can make more of these, tell you more stories about different things. Everything from more, I don't know, personal stories to stories from when I was flying or something like that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please subscribe to my channel by clicking the red subscribe button below the video title next to my channel icon. Leave a thumbs up rating because that will help immensely. Check out my other videos too on this channel. And then I will see you guys next time, probably with more gameplay or possibly with another story. Take care and adios.